Hey everyone, and welcome back to our channel, Blue House Vintage. You can find us on Instagram at bluehousevintage.yyc. So today I'm going to take you thrift shopping with me to two stores. So the first one that we're going to hit up is called Wins. And we're going to see what we can find to resell in my online vintage shop and also to keep for myself. This year in 2024, I'm focusing a lot on how to make my house more into a home and focusing on decorating and thrifting for decor, and as always, keeping it budget friendly. So enjoy this first thrift store. I actually left the audio in the video so you can get the full thrift store experience in this video, which is different than I've done in the past. So enjoy, and we'll catch up at the next thrift store.
It's only $1.
Oh my goodness, that's cheap. This is kind of cool.
What is it?
It's like a
Wall hanging?
great horn. It's Mr. Okax. What do you mean, who is it? Look at him. It's a great horn now. It's Mr. Okax. Ooh.
That he doesn't sound like that.
Go over and look right now. See what you can find. Go shop for yourself.
The kids' clothes are not good.
You didn't even look.
I did. They're all baby.
You probably weren't looking in the right spot. I can help you find some in a bit.
Okay.
These are
This is a
cute.
pink and purple decor.
What are these for?
I don't know. Don't ask me.
Little canisters.
What are canisters?
I'll put them in there and come for a ride in the cart. It's kind of pretty. Yeah? So that people don't take them outside. It's to prevent people from taking them outside.
Sorry? What was that?
It's to prevent people from taking them outside. Also, that was very polite of you.
So why do they can't take them outside?
Because people, just like, you know what happened with that, this is kind of cool, with the PetSmart one.
Yeah.
Oh, this is oh, it's broken. Sad.
Were you about to get it?
These are cool. Maybe not.
Oh, look. Mama, look.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
This is $15.
I like this.
Yeah?
It's straw.
This is a cute bowl.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this, but it's IKEA.
Yeah, I want IKEA. Not that there's anything wrong with IKEA.
What's this?
I don't know, some type of doodad.
Doodad.
If I don't know what it is, I call it a doodad. Go cube.
What's this?
Doodad.
Oh,
No, I don't know what it is. The napkin ring?
a doodad. A doodad.
A doodad? Look at this little duck.
A duck. Oh, Grandma would die for that.
Looks like its head fell off and had to get glued on though, unfortunately.
Nah. Is this also a doodad? Oh.
That's a stamp. It's a lid.
What's this?
A doodad. Look at these owl. Oh, I don't have a stopper.
Well, what were you about to say about this owl?
Oh, that it was a salt and
Oh,
pepper
does it have
shaker.
a stopper? Does it have a bottom? No.
more horseshoe art.
This also doesn't have a back.
Look at this grandma.
Hello.
Our plant. $25. Oh my god. No. Project in mind for this. It's perfect.
Headboard?
Yeah, except I'm gonna put, oh, it's only $3. Oh, sweet. I'm gonna cover it with linen. I have a project in mind for this corkboard, which I will show you the results of in a upcoming video. I'm just gonna cover it and, you know, pretty it up a little bit and use it in my office as a pegboard. And now I'm on the hunt for a simple black plate I'm doing a little DIY with, and I managed to find one that wasn't too scratched up, and hopefully I'll be able to bring that DIY to you as well in an upcoming video. And just to finish up at the first thrift store here, I picked this embroidery kit up. And I should have opened it. I thought it was sealed, but it wasn't. And it turns out it is missing the instructions and completely impossible to finish. So that was a little disappointing. But anyway, let's get into the second thrift store where I found this beautiful winter scene painting. And I showed that to you also in my last video. I think I said that it was $16, but it actually looks like it's 20. It was $20, so still a steal for that size of art. So that's up in my living room right now, and here's what it looks like, which you saw in my last video. And if you've made it this far, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more thrifting videos like this. That really helps me bring more awesome content to you. I always seem to check the magazine racks these days. So I did find a couple cool old-fashioned magazines that I just couldn't resist. I mean, look at the cover. So it's fun to just kind of flip through these, and they're like a little time capsule. I don't know if there's a whole big market online for repurchasing these old magazines, but I have a few listed on my Etsy shop just to see how they'll do, and that will determine, you know, whether or not I pick them up for just my enjoyment or actually pick them up to sell them. And one of the other reasons I'm always in the magazine section is I'm actually on the hunt for a National Geographic from the month of my birth. I know I could probably buy one online, but that's not the point. I just kind of want to find one. I want to thrift it. So I'm always looking for one. So this little trinket tray was a really cool find. It's a super heavy, solid alabaster bowl. And the top swivels both to the right and to the left. And it's just kind of really cute piece, I think, for holding jewelry on a nightstand, a little cute trinket tray. So that was kind of an exciting find. I've never seen something like that before in my thrift stores. Let me know what you think of that piece. Is that something that you would have thrifted or left behind? Drop a comment down below. And also, if you just thrift for your own enjoyment and your own home, let me know kind of what the things are that you're looking for. And also, if you do resell what you thrift, let me know what most of your shoppers are kind of looking for, what's selling in your shop. So I'd be really curious to know, so please leave a comment. This piece, I'm not too sure about this purchase. I think I invested a little bit too much in this. We'll see what happens with it. It's just really big and hard to store. It's going to be harder to ship. Hopefully it sells, but it was a little bit more on the pricey side at $10.49. But supposedly this is an antique milk skimmer, of all things. I think nowadays, obviously, people will just hang it in their kitchen as decor. And this find here, this was my favorite find of this thrift trip. This is a copper etching. It's done actually by Bernard Rohn. So he was like a German Canadian artist who made all of these works of art for this place here in Canada called Metallic Designs. And they're very unique artwork, very hard to find. So I was excited to find that one. I love this piece too. This is vintage studio pottery from 1977. And I love this vase. The texture on it is incredible. So that was really exciting find. And now let's get right into the thrift haul. So just taking a look at the items in greater detail here. First up, we have this little cute vase that would be perfect for just stems, just something small, or I was even thinking to use it as a little vase for plant propagation. It's the perfect size for that. So that might be an item that I end up keeping. I did list it for sale on Etsy, but I'm kind of tempted just to keep that. This item here I'm keeping. I actually got this at the Goodwill, and this is just going to be a new sugar bowl for me in my kitchen. I just thought it was cute and neutral, and it's in really good condition. And this piece is stoneware that's made in Japan. So that was a great find. And then this piece here, so I already have this up for sale on my Etsy shop, and I think it's really beautiful. I think that will be a really cute piece for somebody in their bedroom to keep their rings, their jewelry. And this is a handcrafted bowl that's actually made in Italy. And the material is called like a Volterra alabaster. So it has like this ripply, beautiful grain to it. And then these seashell napkin rings were a really fun find. I actually found this on another thrift trip that I didn't film, and that was to Goodwill. And I found these in their original box as a set of 4. They have minimal tarnish on them. They're silver plated. A lot of other ones of this era are very tarnished. So these ones are actually in really good condition, and they're kind of cute, like mixed metal napkin rings. And apparently word on the street is that seashells are in right now. So there you go. So I was happy to find those. And this vase here, so this is one of my favorite finds from that second thrift trip that I filmed for you. And only $4.99 for this, which was a great price, I felt, for the quality of this vase. And I just really think it's beautiful. This one's going to be hard to part with. I can definitely see this with some really nice greenery. I just think it's gorgeous, like that texture on the front. So this was a happy find for me. And the next step here, so this I'm selling, this is actually from a previous collection of mine. I've had this in my house. I was using it as like a plant pot at one time, as a dish, and now I feel like it's gonna go on to its next home. It's a really cute, beautiful studio pottery bowl with like a beautiful greenish black kind of glaze to it. And I really feel like somebody's gonna appreciate that green drip on it. So that one's listed right now in my shop. And you saw me find this in our first thrift store trip that I filmed for this video. Just a cute wall art owl plaque. And I feel like this would be great in a gallery wall, especially for, someone who really loves birds. And I just thought the artwork on it was cool and different. So I picked this one up, and I just really like it. Let me know what you think of the haul so far. Drop a comment if there's any items that you really like. What would you have picked up? What wouldn't you have picked up? So let me know in the comments. And this ice bucket here, so this was actually a gift. So my mom bought this for $2, and she gifted it to me and said, sell it or keep it, do what you want with it. So I think this would make a really cool plant pot. And that's probably what I'll use it for if nobody buys it. It's a really cool piece. It's like hammered aluminum, and it's made in Italy. Obviously intended to be used as an ice bucket, which it's very used. Like you can tell there's scratches on the inside. People definitely were using that for its intended purposes. But I feel like a plant in it would just look really, really cool. And then we have the antique milk skimmer from England. So this is an interesting one. It has like a religious symbol on it. So I feel like this would be good for somebody, who is Christian, religious, to hang like up in their kitchen. And it's a really long piece. Like this is like as long as my arm. It's actually quite big. And I paid $10.50 for it. I think I overpaid for that item, but we'll see how it does when I eventually sell it. But given the chance again, I probably wouldn't have picked that up. This one was $7.99, so this was definitely a thrift score. I will let you know who ends up picking this up. It's on my Etsy shop right now, and it's really unique and hard. It's hard to find these pieces of art. So when I saw it, I practically ran over to it. Just very, very cool, like collectible piece. It does have some scratches on the front, so it's not in like perfect vintage condition, but I feel like that doesn't really take away from the piece. I still think it's really hangable and still really, valuable piece of artwork. And then I did pick up a couple coffee table books from my last trip to the Goodwill. I love art books. This one is a book of Canadian art called Home Truths. So it has a lot of beautiful pictures in it. So I picked this one up, and it's just fun to flip through. If you haven't kind of picked up on this so far in the channel, I love things that are made in Canada and Canadiana. Down in the States, you guys call it Americana, and here in Canada, we call it Canadiana. So I like finding little pieces like that are very Canadian. And I also picked up this coffee table book on sailing. It's called The Love of Sailing, and it just has the most beautiful front cover. And I feel like in the right home, this is going to be just an amazing piece. And it has lots of beautiful pictures. This book is actually from 1977. So it's very retro, very cool, and I just thought it was the most interesting book. So I picked that up. And hopefully somebody will really appreciate this book. I have that listed, and before it sells, I'll just read it and look at the pictures and enjoy it. And then when it sells, then I'll ship it out. I don't know where you all shop for your books. Let me know which thrift stores you're finding the best prices. I always stay away from them in Value Village because they're too pricey, I find. But at the Goodwill that I shop at, most of them are $2 a piece. And this is the final haul, so let me know what you thought in the comments, and we'll get into some DIY and do some styling. So this wall here has been very blank for a very long time. It recently got painted white, and I've had those birds in flight, brass birds up for a while, but it's just missing some style. It's just very blank. And this is in my eating nook off of my kitchen. So let's see what we can do with it. We're gonna make a gallery wall. I actually organized the gallery wall before I filmed the video because I knew I was gonna be a mess kind of trying to put it together. And so first we're gonna DIY some art that we're gonna put in the gallery wall. So I picked these up at a thrift store a while back, and I've been keeping them because I wasn't sure, okay, what am I gonna do with them? But now that I decided to do this gallery wall, it's time to kind of fancy them up. The outer part of the frame was like a goldish brown, but it was pulling like a lot more like dark brown, like woody kind of tone. So I decided to go in with some of my daughter's metallic acrylic paint and kind of spiff it up. And now let's hang up the gallery wall. And I love the fact that one of the first times I'm actually appearing in one of my videos, I have a giant piece of thread on my butt. So of course that would happen, but yeah, so don't pay any attention to that. That piece you just saw me hang up is actually thrift. I just got that on a recent thrift trip, so the tag is still attached there. It's just a really cool basket that I wanted to incorporate into a gallery wall. And then the piece above that is just a framed piece of vintage sheet music that I found in my music collection. I grew up playing the piano, so that piece that I framed is Home on the Range, and it still has the original like pencil markings from when I was learning the piece, and just kind of a cool little thing to add to a gallery wall. So let's take that tag off. That piece, that basket piece was $4.49, and this is the final result. I really like it. I'm still on the hunt for a different bar cart. I think that that bar cart is fine. It's an IKEA piece, just a placeholder, but I want a nice wooden, more old world looking bar cart cabinet to go there. And this is what the frames ended up looking like. I'm so happy with them. The gold really added a lot to it, and I'm just a lot more happy with them now that I painted them. And that's the final look. So let me know what you guys thought of my gallery wall, and what would you have done differently, if anything. And all right, so now I'll take you through what sold since my last video. So we actually sold the cottage painting on Facebook Marketplace, and a man came and picked that up. His wife just fell in love with it. And we also sold the mid-century Sirocco mirror on Etsy. And this was a huge sale for me. That went for $150. And the Laszlo vase, another big sale on Etsy, that went for $100. So very happy with those recent sales. And that's it for today's video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and drop a comment. And we'll see you next time.